What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. Today we have a very special video for you guys. Today we're going to be talking about a huge milestone in my life and going into some tips and tricks and just the full details and the process to get here. What an incredible milestone that we have reached here, as you guys can see, and just absolutely incredible to be here. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further delay, I am officially a private pilot. Wow. Can't believe I just said that. To reiterate one more time, I am officially a private pilot. Man, wow. Cannot believe that we're here, and man, what a road and process it has been to get here, but we have made it here, and it's so humbling, and what a heartwarming feeling to surpass this milestone. Just absolutely incredible to be here, and I just don't even know where to begin. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the full details and just the process of how I was able to get to this milestone, and going into some details and some tips and tricks for all you guys to help you guys if you're looking to get to this milestone or anything else like that. This video can be taken many different ways and should be helpful for anybody looking for advice and just tips and tricks in general in life and just achieving your goals and doing what you do. And this video is going to encompass all those details with this practical example, and I hope you guys are excited for today's video. So with all that being said, we're not going to waste any further delay, and we're going to get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is I made an Instagram post the night of when I got my private pilot certificate, and really did a really good job going into all the details that I would like to go into in this video. So what we're going to do is read off that Instagram post and dive into the little details on that to kind of give you guys some more practical examples of that, and kind of just to give you guys some pointers on not only the private pilot certificate side of things, but also just life advice, how to get to where you want to go, and just real life examples to really help push forward. So first, I hope you guys are excited for this, and without any further delay, let's get started with the full details. So here's the Instagram post right here, and I'll read it out loud first, and then we'll go back through it and then assess it in full details. So this is going to be a very practical example, and like I said, I wrote this the night of, so it was definitely raw and very true to the point, and I thought it came out really nicely. So without any further delay, let's talk about all these details. Here is the full reading to start. After many hours of hard work, dedication, and passion, I'm officially a private pilot. Wow, where do I even begin? What a surreal moment. Thank you to everybody that has helped me get here. To my mom and dad, thank you guys for your continued support, help, and encouragement. Couldn't have asked for better parents. Excuse me, guys. Thank you to all my family and friends for your constant support. I very much appreciate all the big and small tasks that you guys do. Thank you to my flight instructor, Blake, for guiding me and giving me the resources to succeed. You'll never understand how much that means to me. Lastly, thank you to all my fellow aviation enthusiasts. Because of y'all's passions and knowledge, my passion for aviation has developed into this moment right here. I am beyond thankful to have had the inspiration to pursue my passion for aviation. The fact that one single YouTube video turned into this passion for aviation is incredible, furthermore leading to a pilot's license. Wow. If you ever have a dream, go chase it. I've been gifted this passion for aviation, and I've been looking for ways to enhance such. What a way to do it. Small town guy from Oklahoma with a dream to inspire and drive the aviation industry. That's what it's all about to me. Thank you guys. So excited for what's to come. A super fun road ahead with many milestones along the way. So that was the Instagram post that I made, and I thought it came out really nicely. And just first and foremost, thank you to everybody that commented on that and congratulated me on this milestone. Very much appreciated, and just really heartwarming, and just so awesome to see so many people that care about what we do in the aviation industry, and that's all what it's all about, as we'll touch on in the back half of that assessment. But to begin, we're going to start with just going chronologically down the flow, because everything in there really encompasses what the full process of getting to a milestone is, and that is exactly what we're going to do here with this example application of the private pilot's license. So here we go. After many hours of hard work, dedication, and passion. First and foremost, you have to usually in all situations have all three of those to make it to where you want to go on anything. For instance, whether you're trying to get, for this example, a private pilot's license, or if you're trying to achieve a huge milestone in your work field or at school, trying to get good grades, whatever the case may be, you definitely have to have all three of those to make it work. So hard work's the first and foremost cornerstone of all of that. You have to work hard, and I highly recommend doing that and learning ethics to be able to do that to get to your goals. So for instance, let's say, I don't know, that you're trying to get really good grades in school, since I've been there and done it, and let's say that you have, probably estimate an hour or two worth of homework a night. You got to work hard to be able to achieve that. And, you could not put in much effort, do it in 30 minutes and maybe get a C. But if you want an A, you probably need to put in an hour or 2 hours of work on that particular assignment. And that is where the hard work part of this comes in. And that's exactly a perfect example for a private pilot's license. I could have done a half a double job. I don't want to use that language, but that's the first term that comes to mind. I could have done a half effort job and probably would have got there and got half the effort. But I put in hours of hard work to be able to get to the maximum potential in as efficient amount of time as possible. Dedication is another key word to this, because you can't really work hard unless you're dedicated to what you do, in my opinion. And just in my opinion in general, and just what you'll probably see throughout life, you have to have dedication to be able to get there. You have to be able to be persistent, overcome whatever may come your way, and just consistency and drive. And there's a lot of different words that you can utilize to try to get to a goal, but I think dedication is one word that definitely you have to have no matter what, because it encompasses so many different character traits to get you to where you want to go, and it's definitely something you have to think about. Last and certainly not least, for that first line, passion. Passion is something that you have to have no matter what you do to ultimately really see success. Sure, you can be successful and not be passionate about what you're doing, but 99% of the time, at least from what I've seen and what I've assessed in my personal 19 years of life, you have to be passionate to get to an ultimate end goal like this. And I highly recommend doing that, whether it's a passion for aviation, passion for working hard, passion for whatever it may be. And you can be passionate about multiple things. It doesn't just have to be one thing. And I highly recommend being passionate about what you do, because ultimately you'll find joy, happy, and success through all of that. And I really like the way that was worded. You have to start with the hard work to get there. Then you have to add in the dedication to be able to work hard. And last but certainly not least, you have to have passion to not only go along with the hard work, but also the dedication to be successful in all aspects of that way. So, and then obviously it leads into I'm officially a private pilot because of those character traits and many more, as we talked about through this post. So this is a very hard topic to talk about for me, because I'm so passionate about learning and continuing to enhance my skills, as I say throughout this. And it makes me so, I'm trying to think of the best way to word this. It is something that is really hard for me to process, just all the elements that come together to make this possible, especially something as complex as getting a pilot's license, because, the majority of the United States has a driver's license, and that's obviously something that's a little bit more standardized and a little bit more simplistic for most people to do. In terms of a pilot's license, this is a much more complex topic that takes a ton of effort, dedication, hard work, passion to be able to get to this point, because it is not like driving a car. At times it may be for people that have flown for thousands of hours, but in terms of getting that first certificate, the private pilot's license, it is a lot, and it most certainly takes a ton of hard work, dedication, and passion to get there. And that's why it's just so crazy to think about all these attributes trained up, because many hours have been spent to be able to get to this point, at least for me. From the national experience, it seems like there's about 40 to 60 hours to get to this point. Personally, it took me right at 70, which I think was a pretty reasonable number, and there was just a couple of hurdles that I had to overcome that's why the hours were a little bit higher than average. But that's just kind of how it goes for everybody, and everybody is strong at some things and weaker at others, and that most certainly was practical for my example, as we'll hear throughout here. But let's get into the rest of the bulk of this, because there's quite a bit to go into here. So, like I said, very surreal moment. It's just crazy to think about all these layers and attributes that come to make this happen. It's just quite a crazy thought. So let's get started with these lines. So first and foremost, everybody has to be thanked, in my opinion, because you can't do it all by yourself, most certainly. And there's a lot of people that contribute to where you get today. And just in this field particularly, and there's a lot of other examples, for this field particularly, you have to thank everybody. Your flight instructor, the crew that works and fills your aircraft, the owners of the aircraft, in most cases, that operate and handle your aircraft, the mechanics that do your annual and 100 hours inspections and keep with the normal maintenance and make sure that the aircraft's all good to go on a regular basis, that work with long, hard hours, the air traffic controls at all the airports that make sure that airports are operating safely and making flying one of the safest forms of transportation in the entire world. Just everybody in general, ramp crews, the FAA, all their offices across the United States to make it happen, sending out your pilot certificates, and just everybody in general. And there's a long extended line going all the way down to people like flight service and approach controls and clearance deliveries, and just you name it. There's so many people that make this possible in this field, but you can go farther than that into more real life examples, like for instance the janitor at your school, or the principal, or your teacher, or anybody that's helped you, a tutor that's helped you, or whatever example. And you may be noticing that I'm correlating a lot to this to school, because I want you guys to be able to relate to this somehow, some way, because not everybody can be a a pilot, but a lot of people most certainly go through school, and I want to help you guys use this ability or use this video to be able to achieve whatever goal you want to, because this video is not about me. That is most certainly not what I'm trying to make it about. I want to use a practical example thanks to you guys giving me the opportunity to do this, as I said throughout the latter part of this paragraph, to show you guys what you guys can do and what is possible through, for instance, the aviation industry or whatever you want to do with your life. So that is most certainly what the purpose of this is, and that's what we're talking about today. Continuing through, everybody being thanked is most certainly something to look at. So first and foremost, for my example, to my mom and dad, I really appreciate everything they've done for me with the continuing support, help, and encouragement. They have helped me so much to get to this point throughout my life, and have gave me many resources and opportunities to be able to utilize, to capitalize to the best of my ability, and to do everything I can to the best of my ability to be able to get here. For instance, I commuted 45 minutes for the majority of this private pilot's license to get to this point, to be able to do all this every day. So I appreciate them helping me being able to get a car to do that, and the gas and all that fun stuff as well. Of course, I helped to the best of my ability, but they were also very helpful in that regard too. And just the flight training portion in general, because as you guys know, this is a very, very, very expensive, costly manner to get this certificate. So I just cannot thank them enough for helping me to get to this point thus far, and it's very much appreciated. And I have to thank all my friends and family as well for their constant support, being the backbone. There's a lot of people that I have very close relationships with, not only just my family, but also plenty of close friends, aviation related and non-aviation related, and some online, some not, that have continued to support me and encourage me throughout this process. Various mentors and figures that have really helped me get to this point and gave me great life advice so far, and it's been super helpful in this connotation to be able to back up on things like this. And this is what I highly recommend to you guys as well. Be sure to be very appreciative of everybody, no matter what you're doing, whether it's your teachers, tutors, whatever it may be, or whatever example, the janitors, or you name it, everybody that works in cafeteria, principals, or even go into some other real life examples, you know, your clerk at Walmart, or whatever the case may be, the waiter at your restaurant, because these people really work hard to ensure that we're able to function on a regular basis and be able to utilize things like restaurants, public schools, you name it, and even flight training, for instance, as well. So you have to have a backbone to be able to work off of that, and that's very critical, especially in a field like aviation. So that is most certainly something I recommend there as well. So I really appreciate all their support, and it meant a ton to me, as you guys know. So next, I wanted to thank my flight instructor so much for everything that he's done. He gave me all the ability, or not abilities, I should say, but all the knowledge and resources to be able to succeed. And yes, I had to put in a lot of work on my own time to be able to get to this point, but he most certainly gave me a foundation to build off, and then I gave all my, I pretty much, you know, he was pretty much the root of the tree, and then I was able to stem off and do the rest. So I just really can't thank him enough for being able to be the root there and give me all the knowledge to be able, and resources to be able to expand and get to this point. So, and that's, you have to have a root there as well, no matter what your root is, whether it's your family, you know, your teacher, tutor, whoever it may be, or just really close friends, or whatever it is. There's a huge root here, and you have to be able to expand off that to get to the ultimate end goal. And I highly recommend having that root, finding it, and being able, or whatever example you want to use there as well. So, but the root is super important. You have to have it to be able to get to this point, and I thank him for being a huge part of that. That was very much appreciated. And also a part of my root particularly, and as you guys will see through this video, why I'm making this video, I can't thank all my fellow aviation enthusiasts enough for being here throughout the whole process. And I'm going to read this out loud, and then I'll elaborate on it, because it kind of flows better talking about it full in detail, and I'll stop as needed. Okay, here we go. Because of y'all's passion and knowledge, my passion for aviation has developed into this moment right here. So elaborating on that, everybody in the aviation industry that has shown their knowledge and passion for aviation has only helped me enhance my skills and knowledge for aviation, not only be shared back with fellow aviation enthusiasts, but also be able to take that into a real world application, just like getting a private pilot certificate and be able to do that. I was so encouraged to see so many people with so much drive and passion to be able to go get their certificates. And not only that, but just other fields fields as well, like I was mentioning, whether it's the public school field or just simple restaurant stuff, or just even things as simple as, you know, people that make sure that, or meteorologists that make sure that we have our daily weather on a regular basis and are safe from tornadoes and things like that. There's so many real world applications of so many people through so many layers that make our world what it is today. And I feel like that can definitely be taken for granted in today's society. And it's one thing that I'm super appreciative of, because without each and every person, we would not be where we are today. And it's so incredible that we have so many people at so many various levels, no matter how automated it is, to be able to watch over these items and in most cases be able to make it what it is today. So that's just super appreciative. In this practical example for the aviation industry, that really helped me be able to encourage and to be able to get to this point I am today, which is absolutely incredible. And then following that, I'm beyond thankful to have the inspiration to, my passion for aviation has developed into this moment right here. I am beyond thankful to have had the inspiration to pursue my passion for aviation. So going along with that, and well, let me read a couple more lines here because it kind of makes sense that way. The fact that one single YouTube video turned into my passion for aviation is incredible, furthermore leading to a private pilot's license. We'll cut there because it is incredible that I've had the inspiration through the platform of YouTube, thanks to the people that run YouTube and make it happen with the internet and devices and so many various characteristics to be here. And I've talked about this in past videos as well, to be able to stem off that and to be able to encourage people to the best of my ability with all the resources I have is absolutely incredible. Whether it's model airports, flight simulators, plane spotting, pilot certificates, you name it, whatever the industry is on, or whatever the subdivision of aviation is on YouTube, I'm feeling so fortunate that we've had these abilities to be able to extend this to people like myself and to be able to build off of this. And it's absolutely incredible to see how many layers go into making this happen. I'm super appreciative of that, and I would also recommend for you guys to be appreciative of that, and I'm sure you guys are, but just a really good way to reiterate it, because it's very easy to not think about these things on a regular basis, and I highly recommend doing so because, again, there's a ton of people that get us to where we are in life no matter what the accomplishment is. So it's one thing that I highly recommend being passionate, or being passionate about, but also being very appreciative of, because it's super important. Okay, and then yes, if you guys did not know, I saw one single YouTube video on YouTube in 2012 when I was at my grandma's house when I was watching YouTube. I was a big train guy at the time, and I was looking through the recommendeds in this super cool landing compilation, and that just ended up turning into a binge watch of various aviation videos on YouTube, where I ended up finding the model airplane sector, the flight simulator sector, and the plane spotting sector. And 10 years later, you guys obviously see what we've done today and where we are. And that is my ultimate goal, is to inspire and give back, as I just said in this upcoming paragraph, or in the paragraph in the upcoming lines. It's just that I can't give my appreciation enough for that. As you guys know, I'm a very passionate individual about aviation, what we do, and I have no idea where I would be without aviation of my life, and just where the tides would have turned, if you will. It's so crazy to think that one single binge watching session of YouTube of airplanes turned into 500 model airplane collection, or thousands of photos of captures and various memories of plane spotting, to thousands of hours in the flight that was a little bit of exaggeration, but hundreds of hours in flight simulators, maybe thousands. It's been a long time. A lot of inspiration to go there, and just incredible to see what that's turned into to this day. And then the point that I really want to drive home with this is, if you have a dream, go chase it, because we only get to live once, and it is, if you have the opportunity, if you have the drive, if you have the hard work, dedication, and passion, go chase what you want to do. There's so many different things that you could do in today's world. It's unbelievable. Whether you want it to be aviation related or not, if you want to go be a pilot, go be a pilot. If you want to go, no matter what the circumstances are either, if you're able to get started, get started. If you're able to do what you can, go work long hours to make that happen. I highly recommend doing that, or however they get to that end goal that you want to. If you want to go work in the aviation management field, go work in the aviation management field. If you want to go work air traffic control, go work air traffic control. If you want to do any of these things, go do it, because it's going to help us in the long run. I wanted to go be a part of aviation, as I said on the back half of this, and that is most certainly what I did with this particular dream. But not only that, but also just with my YouTube in general and all my social media platforms, interacting with fellow aviation enthusiasts on a regular, and also just at the airport in general, just telling people that we have such an incredible field and we need to go chase what we want to do. So every time somebody tells me that they're working on on their commercial certificate or whatever the case may be. I tell them to go chase and go do what you want to do with it. If you want to go be a corporate pilot, go be a corporate pilot. Or, you know, when I talk to the mechanic and he says that he's fully established, I tell him, you keep doing what you do. We appreciate your 100-hour checks and annuals. When I see the janitor, I tell him to keep doing what he does, because the janitors most certainly clean up after the messes that end up coming about our daily lives. And unfortunately, we just can't slow down and not necessarily appreciate those things, but be able to work on those things and help them out in that regard. So we have to be very appreciative for people that get us to this point, no matter what the case may be. And to go along with that, sorry, I'm making sure that I don't miss anything here. If you have a dream, go chase it. I've been gifted this passion for aviation, and I've been looking for ways to enhance such. What a way to do it. So to go along with that, like I said, I've been gifted this passion for aviation to be able to go drive my dreams and do what I love. And I've just been looking for more ways to enhance on that over the last 10 years, as I've only been able to do it through this camera right here and uploading on the incredible platform of YouTube and Instagram and everywhere else that I've been a part of. And I've been looking for ways to get more into the aviation field, and this is a awesome way to do it, as I just said. So just super cool. And then this next line possibly is the most meaningful to me, but it's something that you really have to put into perspective. Small town guy from Oklahoma with a dream to inspire and drive the aviation industry. That is what it's all about to me right there. That may just have to be my banner, because that's what I am. I'm a small town guy from Oklahoma with no fellow aviation enthusiasts in the area whatsoever. I didn't graduate with a single high school aviation enthusiast that I'm aware of in my class of 115. And my dream is to inspire and drive the aviation industry, because like I said about 5 lines ago, I was inspired to be to the point where I am today. And that is something that I'll never be able to appreciate enough to everybody that I still have contact with, and everybody that has since not been contactable on YouTube platform, Instagram, whatever the case may be, to inspire my passion for aviation. That's just so awesome, and something that I'm so passionate about. And that is my #1 goal with this channel, is to be able to inspire and interact with my fellow aviation enthusiasts, because this passion is something else. It is so unique, super kind, drive, passionate, hardworking, dedicating, and passionate individuals to be able to get to where we are today. So if you take anything away from this, these 2 lines with the go chase your dream, and if you want to inspire people, go inspire people. This is what I built this channel from the ground up. In 2017, about 5 years ago when I started this channel, we had a nice big 0. I'm trying to do a 0, but you guys get it. We had a nice big 0 on the subscriber count. Now we're approaching the 5,000 mark and hundreds of thousands of views. And my #1 goal with this channel has been to inspire and drive the aviation industry and interact with fellow aviation enthusiasts, because I am so thankful for everything that this industry has done for me online and in real life, you name it, everywhere. It's just been so incredible to see what this community is capable of, and just in various ways throughout the subdivisions of aviation. And I'm just so fortunate to be involved in so many of those, and to be just here to be able to talk to you guys about that, because it's just so cool that we have cameras, we have technology, we have internet, we have all these things. We're able to live stream at 35,000 feet. I mean, it's so cool to see that we have all these abilities to be able to provide and just interact with people, because like I said, aviation is one of those very unique topics, especially with these very niche-based subdivisions like model airplane collecting and flight simulators and plane spotting, that you're not, well, no, Siri, quit. Anyways, that was quite nice. But what I was getting at with that was, it is so cool that I don't even, okay, I'm sorry. I don't even know what I said to activate that. But anyways, with all that being said, the technology does what it does in mysterious ways, as you guys can see. But that's what we have to be super fortunate about, is that 20 years ago, or whatever time frame you'd like to utilize, this may not have been possible. And I'm just feeling so fortunate and so blessed to see that we have got to where we have today with technology, and just being so inspired, because for instance, I wouldn't have heard about things like the Airliners International Convention most likely if it wasn't for technology. I wouldn't be on YouTube and interacting with people that I literally got to meet in real life because of technology. I probably wouldn't be able to interact with fellow aviation enthusiasts and model collect and be able to comment and share my opinions and our thoughts about these model airplanes on technology, or on this platform, without technology. And it's something that we have to be so fortunate of, whether you're spits out a random speaker or whatever, or if it's just as simple as filming to the camera right now and it's recording at 25 minutes. These are items that we have to be super fortunate for, and it's just so cool to see what we have in our life to be able to utilize. And I just feel so fortunate to have that ability and to be able to hopefully utilize that, and like I said in that line, inspire and drive the aviation industry, because I want you guys to be passionate too. I want you guys to be encouraged. I want you guys to be dedicated, hardworking people as well. And I'm not saying that you have to be if you don't want to, but I most certainly highly recommend it, because it could lead to things like a private pilot's license or a really nice bachelor's degree or whatever you want to name it. And working on those both simultaneously as we speak, I can most certainly say that it takes all of those characteristics along with many more. But again, this was a simple Instagram post, but it really breaks it down nicely into layers to see what it's all about. But that line, small town guy from Oklahoma with a dream to inspire and drive the aviation industry, just means so much to me, because I'd never met anybody that liked aviation in my school. My school, you know, you had your typical high school football and whatnot, but I wasn't able, you know, those things were cool and whatnot, but I really enjoyed being able to interact with something so niche based with so many individuals that were so kind, caring, hardworking, dedicated, and passionate. That is what it's all about to me, and that is what I wanted to do. And I've utilized this platform to be able to do that, to get to the point where we're meeting these people in real life and interacting with you guys regularly in the comment section and everywhere, Instagram, you name it, direct messages. And that is what it's all about to me. So if you have a dream, if you want to, for instance, go start a YouTube channel, if you want to share your passion, if you've been on the fence and you're like, I don't know if I'll be successful, I don't know if I'll get subscribers and whatever, don't think about it like that. This is the way to think about it, like I did 5 years ago. I want to share my passion. I want to share what I want to do. I want to show that I have all of this knowledge and passion for aviation. I want to go share that. I want to go inspire somebody else to do the same. I want to interact with somebody. I want to talk about what we love. I want to collect what we love. I want to do what we love and just love what we do. That's it right there. And that is what I would highly recommend doing. So if you want to go start a YouTube channel, if you want to go to college, if you want to go to high school, if you want to start a private pilot certificate, if you want to be a pilot, if you want to be a dispatcher, if you want to be a mechanic, if you want to be whatever it is in the aviation industry, or if you want to go do something else, go do it. This applies to anything. I just wanted to tell you guys that no matter what situation you are, you can go do it at any given time. I'm a small town guy from a city with 5,000 people in Oklahoma, and I somehow have made it to this point where I have as many subscribers as the population of my town around the world and thousands of views. I have literally as many views as the metro city or the metro population of Tulsa. So it is possible to do whatever you want to do, and thanks to your guys' continued support to help me get to this point, because of your guys' kindness, caring, and just everything to get to this point, to help me get here, has just been incredible. And that is why I'm so fortunate to be able to be in this position today and to say thank you, because it means so much to me that I can do this for you guys. And if you take something away from this, just know no matter what situation you're in, go chase your dream, because you can do it. And this example is a practical one, to say the least. And to finish off this post, to go along with all that, thank you guys. So excited for what's to come. A super fun road ahead with many milestones along the way, because this is just the beginning. We can sit here and talk about all these accomplishments all day long, but quite frankly, I'm never satisfied. I'm always looking to improve and do my best in whatever the field may be. And most certainly in the aviation field, this is just the first step. There are so many more certificates and ratings to be had in this department. So at this time, this is just the beginning of the pilot journey. And I'm most certainly excited to enhance that and to go even farther, because it never ends. But there's definitely an awesome baseline to be at, and that's why you have to celebrate these baselines, because baseline items really go a long way in the wrong one, because this check ride most certainly was one example of that. And you have to continue to progress up the ladder until you get to your ultimate job, or whatever the case may be. So that is why you have to continue to work on these items and continue to be who you are on a regular basis. But yes, the point of this example is to go chase your dreams, go do what you love and love what you do, and go make it happen, because there's so many opportunities, there's so many resources. If you're watching this video right now, you could easily upload a YouTube video or interact with the community or whatever you want to do. So there's a lot of opportunities. I highly recommend go chasing those, because there's so much to be excited about, and who knows where technology and all the other resources will lie in the next 20 years. Everybody that has helped us get to this point, everybody that will continue to help us to progress as society and see where it goes from here. It's so cool to see, and I'm really excited to see what's to come in the upcoming future. And we just have to thank everybody that's got us to this point, and I'm really excited for what's to come, and I hope you guys are as well. So feel free to let me know if you guys like a tips and trick video on how just private pilot tips in general. I would love to make that. I definitely hope to do some live streaming of the full process in general and just kind of go into some particular elements of the private pilot certificate in the future. So definitely expect that to come. Very hopeful to get on that very soon, and definitely expect that because I have plenty to say about it, plenty of experience, and I'm really excited to get to enhance that with you guys and show you guys what that's all about. So definitely let me know in the comment section if you'd like to see that or just a video in general, excuse me, and just tips and tricks, check ride prep, all that fun stuff. Because I'd be more than happy to help you guys out, especially for how much you guys have gave me. Really excited to help you guys out, and let me know if you guys would be interested in that. More than happy to help you guys with that, and in any way that I can help you guys, feel free to let me know. Comment, DM, whatever you guys want to do, and I would be more than happy to do that. So just kind of talking about the certificate a little bit, because that's what I anticipate doing more of that, despite end up just talking about the application of this more. Very fortunate to be here, just super thankful and very grateful for everybody that's got me to this point. So just thank you to everybody there. And like I said, just throughout the post, I really couldn't have said it much better to get to this point. It was quite a tedious process, but it was just a consistency process. And we just got to trust the process and do what we love and love what we do to get here. And despite it taking 9 months, it really was about a 5-month process, but due to weather, illness, vacations, all kinds of items, it ended up taking 9, but we made it to this point, and I'm just feeling so fortunate to be here. It is so cool to be a private pilot, and I highly recommend going to chase your dream if you want to be a private pilot, because it's most certainly possible. And also, don't get discouraged if something goes wrong. I had a heck of a time with stalls and landings through this process, and that's why my hours were a little bit higher, because I had to work extremely hard to be able to get over the humps on coordination, especially in these Piper Tomahawks that aren't very coordinated when it comes to those, and particularly landings as well. Also took some time to get the proper balance in various wind characteristic situations, but the fact that we've made it here is just so cool. We've overcame all the hurdles, and even stuff as simple as being able to stay up till 2 a.m. to do the night cross country, for instance. It's just things you got to do to get here, and it just took time, and it's a process. But hey, I'm very fortunate to be here. I'm very thankful to be here. Very excited to continue to enhance this passion and to do it for you guys. And if you guys have any questions, please comment below and just let me know. But I'm more than happy to talk about this on a more regular basis. I just wanted to get this out there because I really wanted you guys to have an opportunity, if you haven't got to hear something like that, to hear something about that, and be able to know that anything is possible. And if you want to go chase something, go do it, because you have an opportunity, you're able to, and no matter what it is. Again, I started as 10 years old in 2012 on Instagram and YouTube and interacting with all these guys, and yes, I may have been a little annoying in the beginning, but hopefully I've got better as time progresses, and to opportunities like this at 19 years old, being able to talk about the private pilot. Sorry about that, guys, my phone died, but just in general, just to get to this point, unbelievable. So glad to be here, and it's just what a blessing this is. So fortunate. And go chase your dream, because you can do it. Highly would recommend it. Highly recommended, I should just say, and just go do it. And again, I'm not perfect. I always make mistakes too. I can't even talk half the time, so hopefully you guys are willing to bear with me. But the point is to go drive, go get your dream, because you most certainly deserve it. You have the opportunity to do it. Go do it. You got this. And if you have any questions or need any encouragement or help, comment below, and I'd be more than happy to help you guys out. But with all that being said, that will do it for today's video. Go chase your dream. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and feel free to let me know in the comment section what you guys would like to see through this process, because I most certainly want to make some content for it. Just been so busy trying to do it, and now that we've done it, I can kind of reassess everything as we go into the instrument rating from here. And I'm happy to help you guys out with that. Hopefully once I get there, but I know through hard work, dedication, and passion, I will get there. So let me know if you guys have any questions below. But that will do it for today's video, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe, trust the process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.